I would have. Those people weren't my friends. I don't know what became of my friends. We started wearing respirator masks, stopped using names. We hardly talked at all because we didn't know who might be listening. I fought alongside men and women who... I might have known them once, but now... They were traitors. Say it. They were traitors. Even those who may have doubted as I did. They still fought for the apostate cardinal, whatever their reasons. And they deserve to die? He bowed his head in resignation. How did you do it? The confessor asked him. She believed now that he could tell her little of strategic value. She had always suspected as much, but still she was curious to hear how his story ended. How did you pass among the Krieg unnoticed for so many months? The prisoner shrugged. I suppose I kept my head down, hid my face. I did as I was told. No, that isn't quite... I followed the herd. I tried to do as everyone around me was doing, for fear of standing out. If I'm truly honest, Confessor, I expect nothing less. Rarely in my life have I done anything else. With one notable exception, she reminded him. Apart from that one day, he agreed. One moment. The one time I made the decision for myself, and I don't regret it, even though... Tanaxus raised an eyebrow. Most of the days since I have spent digging. We've been trying to reach the curtain wall around the citadel, and sometimes the enemy lays mines in our path, or they break into our tunnels, or they shell our positions, and I live every day in terror, knowing that I could be killed in the blink of an eye, knowing I can't escape because I've nowhere left to run to. For the first time, he looked Tanaxus in the eyes. Confessor, you accuse me of defecting for some personal advantage, but believe me, little in my life has changed. Only one thing. No longer do I doubt that I am fighting for the Emperor. And maybe it's too late to save my soul, but at least I know that every shot I fire, every thrust of my spade into this world's earth, is an action taken in his service. The prisoner slumped back in his seat again, as if unburdening himself had physically exhausted him. Tanaxus considered his case for a long moment. Thought to be the sole survivor of a dead Korps engineer platoon, he had been reassigned to one whose members had no reason to know him. His new watchmaster reported that for months no fault had been found with his demeanor. Suspicion had only been aroused when his squad had crewed a Hades breaching drill, and his lack of training with such had been exposed. What is your name? She asked the prisoner again. I have no name, Confessor. She was about to remonstrate with him when he elucidated. I gave up my name because I had brought shame upon it. I have only a number now, and even that is not my own. You took up arms against the Emperor. Yes, ma'am, he confessed freely. This cannot go unpunished. No, ma'am. Unexpectedly, the confessor smiled. However, he stepped blinking out into Vraks' grey daylight, a prisoner no longer, at least in no formal sense. His equipment, his stolen equipment, had been returned to him, including his weapons. A Krieg rebreather mask concealed his face. Dog tags were slung about his neck, bearing a number he had stolen too. But still, he knew he could bring honor to it, as had those who had borne it before him, and the many who would bear it long after. He straightened his back and marched towards the locomotive depot. He was ready to die for the Emperor, and thereafter rot in anonymity. He only prayed his worthless life could make a difference, that he could atone for a fraction of his sins against the master of mankind. As Confessor Tanaxus had said when she had pronounced his death sentence upon him, I believe you will make an exemplary death corpsman.